Morning, puppers. All right. Ooh, it's misting out. Okay, well, this is gross. Oh, it's mist. What the heck kind of weather we got going on today, guys? Hey, babies. Their favorite. Good morning. Good morning. Hey. Lovey doesn't like you standing there. Here, Lovey. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Mooster. Mr. Mooster. What you doing back there, Normie? Aren't you hungry, Normie? Don't you want a treat? No. Okay. Lovey. Miss Love. You gotta be nice. So this has really helped Lovey to bond to me and connect because she is obsessed with it. I'm gonna give a little bit more to Moo here. She chased him away. I wouldn't let him have any, so I'm gonna give some to him. Normie is probably the least obsessed with this. Lovey and Moo love it, and the minis love it. Cold there because we just got off of a very, very, very cold stretch here in Minnesota. Or not cold, good grief. What am I smoking? Hot weather here in Minnesota. To the tune of like over 100 degrees. So it was disgusting. It broke yesterday. It's comfortable out. Yeah, it was really hot for a bit. Normie, do you want a treat? Lovey is kind of a treat hog and a bit of a food hog as well. She loves her food and her treats, and she tends to be a little pushy with the other horses when it comes to food. There we go. Here, Normie. Now you got one. Lovey. It took a bit for her to understand taking things gently out of my hand. She was very aggressive at first, just because she didn't understand like how to take something nicely out of my hand. She just like, good grief, got slime on there. She just didn't understand how to do that, and so now, oops, let's try again. She's learning. She's doing a lot better. And of course, Moo takes things very gently. He's always like overly sensitive. Hey, honey. Oh man, you got drools all over, girl. You got a bug in your hair. What's going on here, Miss Lovey? You're a hot mess this morning. So for anyone who hops on later or who has been on my channel for a bit, I just wanted to fill you guys in tomorrow morning at this time. So 24 hours from now, our new kill lot bale will be coming here. At this time tomorrow, we will be on the road to pick him up. I'm hoping to be able to capture a lot of footage. This is the first bale that I've gone with to pick up. Normally my husband goes. And yes, 7401 is coming tomorrow. Yes. I'm really excited. And this one I'll get to share a lot more because this is sweet. They're grooming each other. I don't know if you guys can see this or if I get closer, if they'll stop. They were just grooming each other. Norman and Moo are buddies. And sometimes Lovey gets in the way of that, but they're friends. That was cute. Yes. So at this time tomorrow, we'll be picking up. This kill lot is not as far from our house. It's about 2 hours. So we have a 4-hour round trip, which ultimately is better, a little bit better for the horse. We did figure that we can make a spot inside of our lean-to. So there's the regular shelter, and then on the other side, there's a lean-to. The new horse is going to be in the lean-to and in the back behind in the pine trees. It's a smaller area, but at first, as we're getting to know him and figuring things out and he's in quarantine, a smaller area is okay. It's not tiny, but it's definitely smaller than he's going to have. Then within the next couple of weeks, we are taking this door off. This door here that closes, we're taking this door off. Do you see the dividers in there? The dividers are coming out. There's a door on the other side that leads to our lean-to. That door is going to be opened up, and there's going to be a huge area, a huge inside area that is plenty for 4 horses. We are hoping and praying that the horses all are able to get along well and that eventually they can all 4 be together. This one I'm very excited for. I'm always a bit nervous because, well, you guys know the drill. I'm always a bit nervous about sickness. I'm always a bit nervous about transporting. I'm always a bit nervous about, especially with this one, they didn't show the teeth. They didn't show the feet. They didn't really do, it's a 10-second video is what I bought them off of. So you're always just a little nervous. How is this gonna go? What kind of horse am I even getting? Was it drugged? I don't know. Where did it come from? What are its quirks? I don't know. Is it gonna even hop on the trailer? I don't know. Does it get on a trailer? I don't know. If it's Amish, it's probably hardly ever been on a trailer in its life. Is it just gonna step up? I mean, Big John had a little bit of trouble trailering. So is there gonna be problems? I don't know. I'm always a little bit nervous, but it's gonna be awesome. Yesterday we had pouring rain. We did not get anything set up. So tonight when Mike gets home, we're getting our whole area set up. We decided yesterday exactly what we're gonna do, but I didn't get anything set up because it was raining so bad. It was just a huge mud pit out here. And we need to bring a little bit of equipment in here to do what we need to do. And there's no way we could have done it yesterday. Now it is overcast, but it's not supposed to rain. So our plan is to get it done tonight, which is cutting it close because he's coming tomorrow. But it's not a ton of work to get it set up. It's just to keep him and my horses separate. Also, for the sake of safety with our kids, the new horse, they won't be able to do much with. They'll be able to see him and associate with him over a fence. But because the kids tend to go in and out of pens, that can transfer disease, and they're already going to be close enough where we don't want that happening. So we're going to keep things separate. I'm the only one that can go in and be with him for the first week. And I will have a different pair of boots that I use to go in there. It's going to be a pain in the neck. I realize that fully, but that is the risk I take when I bring in a kill pen horse, and to take those precautions. So the kids will be able to see him and associate with him a bit through a gate, but that's it. They can't go in and be with him. I'm trying to I'm trying to figure out how to do this as safely as possible, and that's what I've decided to do. There's something about him. It was the same when I bought Moo. Mr. Moosta here. They just have this calm, and Mr. Moo is like the calmest, sweetest boy. Something about him. Something about him. You watch the videos, and you know, Lovey was a little more of a bet because she's a mare and she has some sass, and I didn't get a calming vibe from her. I just knew I wanted to help her out because she looked so rough. But I do want to ride this next one. I do want to ride him, and he looks calm. I think the biggest, honestly, the biggest wise precautions. It's such a toss up because, like, and that's the thing. Like my vet said, all your horses have had strangles. So if you bring the new one in and it has strangles we're not worried about because your horses are all immune. That's not a problem. But there are other things that they can have. So it's just best to just wait, watch, be careful. As hard as it is to do, because usually they want to be with, and that's why I'm trying. I have quarantined a horse completely away from other horses. It's very stressful for them. If they can't see, hear, or smell other horses, it's extremely stressful, and they're already going through so much stress. I'm not going to do that this time because in my previous experience, it is very stressful for the horse to not be able to see other horses, to not be able to, it's want him to be able to see the other horses. I want him to be able to see the other horses, but then that means a lot of extra precautions for me and a lot of extra crap, and I'm dealing with a lot of extra BS, but I don't care. I think I've started to realize the importance of them at least being able to see other horses and know they're not alone. Horses are a herd animal. When you separate them, it becomes when you separate them completely, where they don't know I can't explain what it does to them. Very nerve-wracking, and they're very unsettled. So I'm going to take the extra precautions and have him here and have him where he can see my other horses. He cannot associate. He's on the other side. He can see them, like they'll be able to see each other. There's going to be 2 rows of fencing over here, and he'll be able to see them, but they can't touch noses. They can't touch at all. There's going to be 2 gates, and they're going to be 8 feet apart. And so he can't associate with them. I think that slow introduction is also going to be crucial for them. That slower introduction where they can see each other, they know there's another horse, they can kind of communicate back and forth, and then slowly but surely, eventually when we get the okay, we'll take down one of those gates so that they can then associate nose to nose over the fence. We'll do that for a bit. And then the first time we introduce them, I've already thought about this completely. The first time we introduce them will probably be in the pasture where it's big, it's open, everybody has room. If someone doesn't get along, we'll be able to see pecking order right away. And it'll be a safe environment for them all to get to know each other instead of doing it in our smaller corral area where everything's kind of a little bit tighter and there's obstacles and things that I would just rather do it in the big open pasture. So that's our tentative plan. Pretty much, they are. Yes. I'm gonna ask why the horses' faces are covered. Okay, their faces are covered. These are called fly masks. Here in Minnesota, we have tons of flies, bugs that bother the horses. We also have biting gnats. The biting gnats go into the horses' ears and they're very irritating to them. They cause like buildup in their ears. It's very itchy. The masks, these are called fly masks, and they're to protect their faces from insects. And they work very well. We also use fly spray, but for their faces, you don't want to put fly spray on their faces. So these work fantastic. They work really well to keep the flies out of their eyes, especially. The flies really like to go inside of their eyes. So that's what we do that for Minnesota. Oh, very cool. We're from Minnesota as well. We are from Minnesota, and our usual. Hey there, kitty. Where are you going? Our bale is in Wisconsin, but the new kill lot that we're baling from this time is in Minnesota, actually. So, so that being said, I just wanted to kind of fill you guys in. I will hopefully be doing a live tomorrow while we're on the road. Why not? We cannot take pictures or videos in the kill pen. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Fly masks. We cannot take videos or pictures inside of the kill pen. They won't let you. So I can't have my phone out when we're actually there, which I would like to, but their rules and precautions are that I can't. So as soon as we get him trailered, we'll get him like right outside of there, and I'm going to immediately go in, check him, make sure, because I can't do much while we're there. They literally, like, you pull in, they hopefully goes well, they load the horse and you get out. Like, there's no like talking about them. There's no discussing. It's just we pull in, we've already paid for him. We pull in and they just throw him in the back of our trailer, pretty much. There's no words, there's very limited exchange of words from my understanding. So it'll be a very quick process to get him out of the kill pen. It'll be very quick. And thankfully, we have some daylight hours. We're going to be traveling during the day, and also thankfully, 75 degrees tomorrow. We've had 100-degree days. Traveling with a horse in extreme heat, especially one coming out of that condition, could be just absolutely dangerous. So thankfully, 75 degrees tomorrow is absolutely perfect for trailering. And then we'll have some daylight hours once he gets home. Now, 75 and rain. So the poor guy, it's going to be rainy, but it is what it is. It's going to be rainy tomorrow, but it's 75 degrees. We'll take it. And then to get him into his pen, all of these guys are going to have to go out in the pasture while I move him and get him set up. And they're all going to be curious, especially Norman, because Norman's the OG here. He's been here the longest and he knows everybody, and he gets very excited when someone new comes and he wants to like know everything. So I expect Norman to be his typical self. Perfect temper. Yes. Kaylin, I'm so thankful because it's been so hot and I cannot imagine. That's why we were like, yeah, we cannot pick him up in this heat. So Wednesday looked like the first day that was going to be really good. And so I'm really, really grateful for that. Hey, McLove. Hi. She's such a pretty lady. I know. You're so beautiful. Where's Mr. Nomi? Here he is. Yeah, Mr. Normie will be excited to have a new stablemate. Thank you. I'm probably gonna head off here. I just wanted to fill you guys in. If you watch this or whatever, I'll be sharing the progress, sharing what it looks. I mean, this is going to be a learning experience. We have very limited information, so you guys are going to learn things right along with me about him. You know, one of the biggest things is you don't know their past, you don't know their triggers, you don't know what upsets them, you don't know if they were abused, you don't know. Figuring that all out in the beginning is definitely an eye-opener. And that's what I almost want to video. I almost want to have my tripod set up and show you guys the initial interactions, the first time he tries to take a treat, if he even knows what a treat is, those kinds of things. Those are things that have really stuck out to me with my other kill horses, and I didn't necessarily capture them or share them. And I think it's important to see, because especially this horse, he doesn't look like he's in bad condition at all. He looks like really good. But I want people to understand that just because they look all right does not mean that they are all right. Just because they look decent on the outside doesn't mean that they don't have emotional trauma. And so we'll see. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's had a good life, and maybe he's been well cared for, and maybe he's been loved. Maybe. I don't know. But either way, however he is, we can just find it out together. You guys can come on the journey with me. So, that being said, I'm trying to make sure there's nothing. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to wear these shoes in the house. I always think like, maybe I cannot. No, I stepped in all kinds of stuff. So, not wearing my shoes in the house today. Anyways, guys, I'll see you tomorrow bright and early. I'll share with you tonight when we finish his area. I'll show you what that looks like. His inside area is not very big. His inside area is not very big. His pen area is not very big. And it's quarantine. It's not supposed to be. It's a very temporary situation for him. It's not huge. He's not going to be in a stall. I don't believe in stalling horses. I don't believe in stalling horses. I'm not going to do that, but it is not a big area, and so I'm just warning you guys for now. This is a Brewers shirt. Milwaukee Brewers. Hey, Donna Lee. I'm just about to head off. I was just filling everybody in. 24 hours this time. We'll be picking up TAG 7104. I keep saying it wrong. It's either 7401 or 7104. But it's happening in 24 hours. We're going to be prepping tonight. Speaking of prepping tonight, I really need to get some sawdust. We have so much rain, and I need to bed the area inside that he's going to have. He'll have an inside area. It's small, but he'll be able to come in out of the elements. I'm going to put his hay bag in there. That's another thing, guys, is like he's not going to have access to the hay net because that's where all my other horses eat, and I can't contaminate it. So all that hay that people help me get for the minis, some of that I'm going to be giving to him just during his quarantine, because I have to physically put hay into bags, and I'm not sure like where his eating is at. He looks good. I'm not sure where his eating is at, but I'm going to start slow feeding him. I have to gauge kind of how he eats, what kind of eater he is, if he's, and I also don't want him to, I don't want to have to worry about like choke or anything like that. So I always start him in a slow feed hay net, hay bag, just to be on the safe side. I do have to message my vet, or actually call my vet today, and I'm going to message my farrier because it looked like he needed farrier work. So I have to message my farrier today. He's usually awesome and will work with me, especially if he knows that they came from a kill pen. He'll just work with me and come when it's convenient. I also don't want him to come right away because I feel it's really hard on a horse to just bring them into a new environment and then get their feet trimmed and then get the vet work. It's a lot to do. His feet don't look awful, so I think we can kind of hold out with that for a little bit, but I want to have them done next week for sure. So next week I'll set up for him to have the farrier done. The vet I'd like to have come, I'd really like to have her come on Thursday to check him over right away, but we'll see. Maybe she'll say, get him here, see if he has strangles, see what he looks like, and then we'll, plan it. But I would really like to have her come out on Thursday just to check him over. How are others? They're amazing. They're doing very well this morning. Thank you guys. thanks for the well wishes. Thanks for the safe travel wishes. Thanks for the good lucks. I'm really excited. It's gonna be awesome. We're getting him out of kind of a crappy situation and bringing him somewhere where at least he'll be safe, he'll be fed, he'll be cared for. And I think every single horse I have brought here, Slim Jim, Big John, Moo, Lovey, Little John, Rosie, every single one I would say has learned to love and trust here. I know I can give that to a horse. I've never gotten one yet that's so shut down that I can't get to their emotions and mental. Like, I've never had one yet where I can't do that. So I look forward to that. That is a very rewarding thing as far as riding and training. And, you know, that comes with time. That first bond and that first build of an emotional connection with a horse is what I'm looking for. And that's something that can't be rushed. And that's something I think a lot of people don't understand. I can't rush it. Like, look at Lovey. I would say where I'm at with Lovey now, I mean, gosh, I still can't, like, Normie puts his head right here, and I pet him and I love him, and he kind of melts into it. Lovey is not even close to that. She's just not. She is a different breed of cat. She is the one that's taking the longest for me, and she leaps and bounds from where she was when I got her, but she's nowhere near where I know we're gonna be. So this next one, it's like, I know that part of it is what takes time. And if we can build that part, everything else will come. And I know it will. So, yeah, I have kids in here waiting to be taught. And, yeah, Donna Lee, woohoo! I'm so excited. I'm excited. I am excited, very nervous. I think once he's trailered home, once we have everything set up tonight, tomorrow, once he's trailered home, I've had a good look at him. I can breathe a little bit because I'm like, okay, he's okay. Like, if we make and thankfully he's not in bad condition. I'm not worried about, like, he's not going to make the like Lovey. I was like, is she going to make the trailer ride home? Because she was so thin and looked so bad. And then she was so sick. And I was like, is this horse going to make it here? I don't feel that way about this one. I guess I'm more anxious because I don't know anything about him, and he's a bigger horse. He's a draft cross. He has big feet. He has big draft feet, and he's a draft cross. He's a bigger horse, and so I do have to be a bit careful. I have kids, I have family, I have other horses, and he's a big boy. He's not skin and bones. He's a big boy. So he looks calm and quiet and gentle, and I hope that's the case. But you just never know. So anyways, guys, takes his time. It would come back. You just don't give up. Yes. I have friends in Minneapolis, roughly. We're about 3-4 hours from Minneapolis, Minnesota. We like the Mall of America. We like visiting Minneapolis. It's awesome. So guys, I'm going to run out of here. My phone's actually about to die. And a lot going on today to get ready for tomorrow. I actually have to go and get bedding and get, they send them, the horses in Kilot have really crappy halters on, and I don't like to transport them in rope halters. I think it's dangerous. I like ideally to have the nylon halters. I don't have any because I don't use nylon halters. I use a rope halter if I'm on my horses. I use all rope halters. So I think I should probably go grab him a nylon halter, even though he's only going to use it once because I'm going to use a rope halter on him. But to get him here, sometimes the halters they have them in are just cringy. So I think I'm going to grab him a halter and grab some bedding tonight, and I'll just make sure of anything else I would need. I don't have a feeder in there. I like those corner feeders. I don't have a feeder in there. I could also use a bucket, I suppose. One of those rubber buckets, but he doesn't look like he needs supplements, but I'm going to be able to tell he may need That's another thing I have to get. I have to get mineral block because these guys are eating the last of their mineral block and I should probably give him a mineral block. Okay, see? Exactly. This is what happens. You think like, this is why rescue is so expensive, because all of a sudden you realize, oh, I need this, I need this. Thank you, Donna Lee. Everybody, we'll keep you posted. Thanks for watching. Yeah, 24 hours from now, we're going to do this one tag at a time. Another tag coming tomorrow. Wahoo!